What's up, y'all? Alvin here, and I'm out here on the beautiful flats of the Texas coast and just thought I would give y'all an in-depth look at how I have my flats boat rigged up. I tell the good jokes. So the boat itself is a Hells Bay 17-foot 8-inch Waterman. It is a 2009 model, but it was refurbished at Hells Bay a few years back, so it looks like new. The new boats, the specs are pretty much identical. It does have a new 2021 Yamaha 70 horse 4-stroke outboard. I made a video a little while back about when I switched from the 2-stroke to the 4-stroke, and I must admit, I really do like the 4-stroke engine. Some of the things I really like about the boat, the fact that it runs pretty well in the chop for such a small boat that is also able to draft really shallow for poling around in the flat. It's got a really big front deck, so not only can the angler that's fishing stand there, but you can actually have 2 people stand there. And sometimes that's nice to just have another set of eyes up a little bit higher to help look for fish. The boat has served me really well over the years, and I really don't see myself replacing it or wanting to go with something different. I'm really happy with it. Let's take a closer look at how I have this boat rigged up, what's in the boat for a day of fishing. All right, we'll start in the rear with the poling platform. That's where I stand when I am pushing the boat around, looking for redfish. You'll notice that I do have the bar on the front. Some people call it a sissy bar. Some people call it a leaning bar. I like it because, for one thing, I'm not as young as I used to be. And also I can keep my cup holder, and that cup holder is big enough for a 64-ounce Yeti bottle. And then I have my GoPro mounted underneath it. Quick and easy, get those action shots. And underneath, there's that 70 horse Yamaha engine. It is mounted on a jack plate, so I can raise it up and down about 6 inches if I need to get in shallow. There's my push pole. The push pole is a 22-foot stiffy guide pole. So in this center part, I've got 3 half-gallon Yeti jugs to refill our water bottles with. On this left side, I have my lunchbox. Now, I used to use a smaller Yeti lunchbox, but I like having a little bit more room. So I think this is the Yeti Hopper Flip 8. And I've got a couple of raincoats, a fly box. There's a tool kit, a first aid kit, a second first aid kit, sunscreen, bug spray, WD-40, oil for the engine, oil for the lower unit, just kind of random stuff that I may need. That stuff just all lives in there. All right, moving forward is the center console, steering wheel, that's pretty obvious, throttle lever, trim tabs. Those help keep the boat on an even keel. Also, if I need to push the nose of the boat down when there's some chop, the trim tabs help with that. And then I got a 7-inch Simrad GPS unit. I've got the satellite overlay, which is nice. Even if you do this a lot, you will occasionally get turned around. So it's nice having that GPS. There's under gunnel rod storage on both sides of the boat. Enough room for 4 rods. I usually have at least 2 8 weights, 9 weights, and sometimes a 10 weight. My clients bring rods. I'll put mine on the other side. This right side seems to be a little bit easier to get in and out of. The right side of the center console, you'll see my old school hook remover. So this thing has been around forever, and there still really is nothing better for getting the hook out of a fish that's taking the fly down deep. Eventually I'm gonna have to replace these, but these are actually given to me by an old neighbor who got them from his dad. Who knows how old these things are, and they're still going. Boga grip, which is what I usually use just to secure the fish. I'll just grab them with the boga grip before we put them in the boat. Moving forward, here's the center console jump seat. Very comfy. I've had these reupholstered recently, and inside you will find ice. Now this thing does not work nearly as well as a Yeti cooler, but it's kind of nice having the cooler already built into the boat. I usually carry 2 of these Yeti bottles for my clients, and then I'll have a separate one for myself. So there's usually 3 Yeti bottles in here. We've got the 3 half-gallon bottles to refill in the rear. On the left side of the center console, I usually keep a Yeti tote bag, and in that I've got my throw cushion. Got to have that thing on the deck, not in a hatch, in order for it to be legal, according to the Coast Guard. In the bag are inflatable PFDs. I like to have my clients wear those when we're running the boat. No reason not to. Safety first. They're not hot, they're not uncomfortable, and they could save your life. I'll have my coffee, because that is one thing the boat is lacking, and that is cup holders. I'll also have my coffee refill right there. Got to have plenty of coffee to make it through the day. So this is one of the things I really like about this boat, is how big this front deck is. There's plenty of room, like I said earlier, for a second person to stand here to help spot fish. I've got the platform here, but there's enough room in front of the platform, so if somebody doesn't want to stand on the platform, they can stand in front of the platform and use it as a rest, or even sit on it if you need to take a break. Having the platform is great. It does greatly increase the visibility of the angler, and once you get used to standing on it, it's no big deal. The boat is very stable. All right, y'all, so that's my flats boat. If you have any questions about the boat, throw them in the comments. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. You know, give the video a thumbs up, all that YouTube stuff. It really does help me a lot. You need a hat, you need a new buff. We got them. There's a link in the description so you can get some cool All Water Guides merch. I really would appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna sign off, because even though it's pretty crappy conditions, I'm actually gonna see if I can catch a redfish today. And if you need more info on how to catch redfish, check out this video right here.